Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyer Sky, and welcome to another episode of Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase. In today's episode, I'm continuing my Pokemania series. In my last episode, I talked about the Pokemon anime. In this episode, this is Pokemania Part 2, the movies. So, first movie I'm looking at right here is Pokemon, the first movie. When this movie came out, the hype was real. The hype was real. At the time, this movie was advertised all over TV. You could not watch TV without seeing an advertisement of Pokemon, the first movie. It was everywhere. Now, I'm not going to really talk about the many movies in these. I'm just going to talk about the movies themselves. This movie came out in November of '99. I remember months before that, Burger King had a Pokemon promotion. They had toys, collectibles, and collectible cards as well. I'll be talking about that in a future video. I'm not at that episode yet, but I will be discussing it. But first, let's talk about Pokemon, the first movie. Now, this movie came out in November of 1999. It's when Pokemania was at its peak. And there was also news reports about this movie coming out. The day I remember we went to see this movie in theaters. If you went to the theater on Grant Boulevard to see this movie, my sister-in-law, my mother, and I think my sister, I forget. We all got tickets. We went to see this movie. And I liked it. I really enjoyed the whole story. If you haven't seen this movie, Pokemon, the first movie, starts out as Ash, Brock, and Misty get invited to some kind of mysterious party for Pokemon trainers. They all show up to go through a lot of obstacles to make it onto the island where this party is being held. We are then introduced to the Pokemon Mewtwo. Now, before this movie came out, there was an episode where Ash went back to Viridian City to face the gym leader, who at the time was Giovanni. But Giovanni had left the gym, and Team Rocket had taken over. In this episode, we see a sneak preview. We see Mewtwo for the first time, but he has a mask on. In this movie, we see Mewtwo, and he's back. This is a continuation of that episode at some point. Mewtwo wreaks havoc, creates clones of everyone's Pokemon. A battle ensues. A lot of crazy things happen. And that's basically the movie. You know, I like this movie. The first movie was a great movie. Now we get into the next movie. Also, Pokemon, the first movie came out on VHS in 2000. which made room for another movie to come out, which was the sequel to Pokemon, the first movie. And that movie was Pokemon, the movie, 2000. This movie was released in the summer of 2000. I remember seeing this movie. My brother and my cousin Jay took me to see this movie. And I really liked this movie. It wasn't a bad sequel. This was a good sequel. In this movie, this is set during the Orange Island arc. And they travel to a mysterious island. And in this video focuses on the three legendary birds: Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. We are also introduced to a new legendary bird from the Johto area, Lugia. In this movie, Ash sets out on a journey to try to save the world. A lot of things happen in this movie, and it's a great sequel. Now we get into a sequel that I wasn't too fond of. And that sequel was Pokemon 3. This movie came out in, I think, early 2001. This movie came out. Now this movie is from the Johto arc. In this movie, we're introduced to a new Pokemon called Unknown. We are also introduced to the Pokemon Entei, one of the three legendary Johto dogs. This movie, it was okay, but it didn't have the same impact as the first two movies. So you see, this movie came out when Spy Kids came out, so Pokemon 3 had some tough competition. And they could not rise above the competition that was in front of them that year. And this movie, it was a bust. It wasn't a good movie. I didn't even buy a VHS copy of this movie because this was not a good sequel. Not a very good sequel at all. And now we get into the final Pokemon movie that I watched. But this one was on DVD. Now, this is a picture of the book, but you get the gist of it. But the movie I'm talking about is Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. In this DVD, this only came out on DVD. This did not get a theater release. And when I got this, I had gotten on VHS. We then decided to trade the VHS in for a DVD copy of Mewtwo Returns. This DVD came out in the year 2001, late 2001. This movie came out. Only a year after Pokemon 3 came out, we came out with this movie. That was the story of Mewtwo returning But anyway, this was like the Terminator 2 of Pokemon, the first movie. Because in Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo is a bad guy. But in this movie, Mewtwo is a good guy. And this movie leads off where Ash, Misty, and Ronnie travel to some town. And they meet this girl. And all of a sudden they find out she's really a Team Rocket member. They capture all the Pokemon. And it's up to Misty, Rock, Misty, Rock, and Mewtwo to save the day. This wasn't a bad movie. I'm gonna say it was a Pokemon the first movie levels, but it was okay. I mean, it was good that they gave Mewtwo a redemption arc. I do like that. But it just wasn't good. It was okay. But just didn't have the same impact as Pokemon the first movie and Pokemon the movie 2000. This was the last Pokemon movie that I would watch as I started to grow out of being a fan of Pokemon. Guys, thank you for joining me here on this episode of Timmy's Nostalgic Showcase, Pokemania Part 2, the movies. I will see you in the next episode when I talk about the Pokemon video games. Stay tuned, everyone. Till next time.